Okay, so you guys are now, I'm hoping, finding Arduino. So you go into Arduino, and if you don't get the desktop app, you might want to search in the store for the Arduino IDE and then download it. Right, and that's the software we're going to use to write programs for the Arduino. So if I open that up, it looks a lot like processing, doesn't it? And the reason it looks a lot like processing is because it is a lot like processing. Oh, look, I have something open in mine. Let's spend a second and look at this. So, here's a program I happen to have loaded up in here. You guys don't know anything about programming Arduinos right now, do you? Okay, a couple of you might know some things. A little bit?
Not Arduinos, but other kinds of circuit boards, yes.
Okay. So, let's look at this with the eyes from processing, right? So, we know stuff from processing. There's some, up at the top here, what are these guys doing? These hashtag include stuffs? Yeah, like packages or libraries or some damn thing. I don't know. There's Wi-Fi client to client. What's that declaring?
I imagine that's the kind of like this is going to use Wi-Fi, this is what Wi-Fi is going to use.
Yeah, that's kind of declaring an object, right? A Wi-Fi client type object called client. In other words, that's the thing we're going to use to connect to the Wi-Fi, right? Next thing, that's also some kind of object declaration, right? That's, I don't even know what the hell a BME 280 BME is. I don't know, we could Google it. Let's not for now, let's just assume it's something. What's all this junk? Oh, look, there's a password for my home Wi-Fi.
Oh, everybody grab it.
Cool.
Because it was home Defoe, and that always threw me off.
Okay, and then I have some floats, right? And some... Oh, what the heck is that thing? That's weird. What's this part with the little square brackets? What the heck is that doing?
Does it say temperature string 6?
Yeah, it says temperature F string, and then it has square brackets and a 6. So what type of object should that be? Or what variable type is that thing? Yeah, that's a character, right? It's or so it says. What's the square brackets do? What do those do in processing? Yeah, they make an array, right? Oh, that's a character array. You guys remember I told you that C doesn't have strings? It instead has arrays of characters.
Is this C then?
Yeah, this is based on C. But you guys can, like, you're still looking at this and you still know what a bunch of this stuff does, right? Like, that's the power of having learned some computer programming. You can oftentimes just look at some totally different language and be like, oh yeah, I kind of get what's going on here. Like, I don't even have to know what language it's written in. I can get a good idea of what's up. And then, let's see. What else we got here? Oh, there's a string. Oh, weird. Apparently a string is a type I can use.
So maybe based off C, you said it's not C.
Yeah, so this might not actually be C, but based on C. And then, what else I got? Let's see. So, some stuff about Wi-Fi. What's this thing? Oh, hey, that looks really familiar.
Setup? Sorry, does that say void setup? Yeah, that was void setup.
Yeah, it says void setup and then has empty parentheses. What's that thing doing?
Void doesn't take anything, doesn't give anything.
Yeah, it's void, so it doesn't give anything. It doesn't have anything in the parentheses, so it doesn't take anything. What is that object, though? Right there? Yeah, that's a setup function or method or something. Right? Whatever it's called in this language. Exactly. And then there's some stuff that it's doing, right? Like a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really understand. What's your best guess as to what this line here does?
It prints a line. It prints that line.
Yeah, probably prints something out wherever the heck a serial is. You guys see that? And then, what's this thing probably do? Server.begin with empty parentheses? Yeah, there's an object called server, and we're calling the begin method for that class. You guys see that? So probably that's, oh look, it's in the comments. Probably that's starting the web server, right?
And the print line is after saying that it's been.
Yeah, the print line is afterwards. It says, "Yo, dog, I did that. The server's started." And then there's a delay. What's a delay probably do?
Delays.
It delays.
For 10,000 ticks.
Yeah, pauses it for 10,000 of whatever the local unit is. I believe that's milliseconds in here, but we could check. We could use a stopwatch to check, right? Ooh. Let's see. And then, what's up with this stuff? Void get weather?
This looks like it gets weather.
Yeah, that's probably a method that's supposed to get the weather, right?
So we already have our final project for get weather then. All right.
Yeah, some of it, like I said, some of this was written. I was working on it, right? And it just, when I opened Arduino, this happened to be up, and I thought it would be fun to look at. And then, oh, check that out. What's this guy?
That's it's like a draw.
Yeah, this is like the analog of the draw thing, right? Like in processing, the draw loops through, right? It does whatever's in the draw method a bunch of times. It's 60 times a second or whatever. The loop method here does the exact same thing. It just runs over and over and over again. You guys cool with that? And then what's it doing in there? Like, well, apparently it's calling whatever this method is, and then it's doing something to servers. I don't really understand. And then, yeah, some kind of if statement, and then it, does a whole bunch of shit. You guys recognize any of this crap? What does that look like?
I don't know. An error message? Your actual what? Oh, it's Notepad, HTML.
Yeah, this is HTML code. This is web design code, right?
You're freaking printing the code for something else to read something.
Yep.
That's awesome.
This is writing a web page. It's writing a little tiny web page all by itself. You guys see that? So this thing's going to make a little web server that you're going to be able to log into with your phone, and it's going to tell you what the weather is in the other room, basically. You guys cool with that? So, like, this whole business, like, I don't necessarily understand what all of this crap does. I also don't even really care that much as long as it's working. Right? Like, I actually just straight up stole this code from somebody. And, frankly, I remember some HTML enough to believe that this is HTML code, but I'm not going to tweak it. Right? Like, as long as it's doing what I want it to do, then I'm not going to mess with it. And then, what do we got down here? Some stuff. And then we stop, and then we do... Yeah, so this, like, probably closes whatever it was doing. Yeah, and then there's a bunch more stuff about, like, methods that are supposed to happen and stuff. You guys kind of cool with the gist of this thing?
I think so.
Alright, so the basic structure is just like processing, right? There's little methods, or functions, I'm not sure what this language calls them, right? And then, basically, we've got a setup one, and a loop one, and then we've got some others that we call at various times. You guys good with that? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's kill this video, and then we'll